Hope all is well. Hopefully, everybody's looking forward to having a safe and sound and a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully, your families have remained safe and sound throughout all the events that have taken place, and continue to hope that everybody stays safe. Other than that, I'm all ears.
Start first with Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Eric, Merry Christmas to you and yours as well. Couple things today. First of all, you've coached some really good backs in your time. Adrian Peterson. You had Maurice Jones-Drew, I think, at UCLA, if I remember right. Jamal Charles, certainly here. And now Le'Veon Bell. Is there a common trait or a more than one common trait for all those guys, you feel like? And I'll have one quick follow-up, Brad.
Okay. Well, one thing that they all have, they have that determination to be the very best that they can be. One thing they all like to do was to work. And they understood that, hey, if you don't work, you don't eat. And that's how you live in any particular position when you want to be the very best at your position. So those guys had that determined attitude and that determined mindset to make sure that they were dotting the I's and crossing their T's and understanding that, hey, I cannot afford to take anything for granted when put in this position.
Okay. And as you know, being a regular featured back for a long period of time is a demanding job. There's not a lot of guys that can handle that. Specifically with Le'Veon, what is it about him now that you've been around him for a little while that allows him to be that kind of guy, a guy who can carry a big load for a long period of time?
You know what? He's smart. He's intelligent. He takes the game home. He's a football junkie. He just gets it. And that's the thing that I love about him is just his football intellect. And on top of that, he's always asking questions because he wants to know exactly what to do and how to do it the right way. And when it's all said and done with, he still loves the game of football. And I think that's what it's about more than anything, because he just wants to go out there and be the very best that he can to help us to be the most productive team that we can be to help us to win.
Let's go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Eric, hope your family's doing well as well. You've been around here to where it's pretty consistent that you guys are getting to the postseason. I'm wondering, in that first postseason game you guys play, how much of your success do you feel like is dictated on how you're playing going into the postseason, meaning the momentum that your offense has in this time of season?
Well, I think it's very important. I think you always want to carry momentum into the playoffs because it gives you that boost. It gives you that energy. It gives your team and the coaching staff that confidence to know that you can go out and give yourself a chance to have a chance each and every week to pursue your dream. And so we want to make sure that we're riding that momentum, but on top of that, making sure that we're doing all the necessary things to putting our players in the right position. All right. And then on top of that, making sure they're maximizing the opportunities to be the best that they can.
I think Adam Teicher had a quick follow-up. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, Eric, just wanted to go back to something you said about Le'Veon. You said he takes the game home with him. Can you elaborate on that, what you've seen from him in that regard that makes you confident in saying that?
Well, him and Dylan are in constant communication. They're always communicating. And in this day and age, these guys get to take their iPads home so they can study film on their iPads and be in constant communication with the coaches. So that's huge. When you got guys taking work home, obviously you want all your players to do so. But on top of that, you can sit and observe and watch tape and have a conversation with someone. It just goes to show you how important it is to him. And so that just lets us know that this guy is in. And the only thing that we want from all of our players is that they're all in and that they understand what the term commitment means. And I think Le'Veon understands that.
We've got three left. We'll go right down the line, starting with Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Eric, happy holidays.
Thank you, Pete.
I too have a question about Le'Veon. I was wondering, just in general, where is he at in your mind as far as the scheme in pass protection? How comfortable do you feel with him being able to take the top reps there if that's what happens on Sunday?
We feel good. And I'll say this. Let me just go backwards to go forward. We got a hell of a coaching staff. Coach Reed has done a great job of hiring a great coaching staff that are great teachers, that are effective and efficient communicators, but also understand the importance of not taking anything for granted. So our coaching staff takes a tremendous amount of pride in that. So we got a heck of a coaching staff. Dylan is an outstanding communicator and an outstanding teacher. On top of that, Le'Veon Bell has played in this league long enough to know football. Now, he may be learning a different language in a sense, but when it's all said and done with, football is football, and he'll be able to connect the two dots if that language doesn't quite, snap in at the drop of a dime. So I'm not concerned with Le'Veon at all. Like I said, next man is up. Obviously, we still got Darwin, who now is going to be given an opportunity, and everybody still can't forget about Darrell Williams. Now, Darrell Williams is still a hell of a player and a very productive player for us at that as well.
Last two, Darren and Nate. Go ahead, Darren.
Of course, sometimes you probably want to keep them a secret so the other people across the league doesn't find out about them. But to that point, as it relates to Le'Veon, look, of course, he is a former two-time All-Pro, so we know that he's great at the highest level. But in speaking with him, because he has started for the Chiefs in the game before, what pressures does he feel upon himself to try to, I guess, live up to the Le'Veon Bell of old? And has he, as Pete kind of mentioned, does he know the playbook back and forth now, being a running back?
One thing, since he's been here, we talk to him consistently. If there's something that he quite doesn't understand, it's our job to make sure that we're not putting him in that particular position. So we just want to make sure that he goes out there and just remain calm, remain poised under pressure, and just go out there and play. Now, if there's something that he just don't quite understand, we're not going to put him in that position to fail. We want to make sure that we got the right guys in. But when it's all said and done with, he's truly a professional that takes a tremendous amount of pride in all the things that he has done so far. And also he takes a tremendous amount of pride in being a student of the game too. So he's spending the time with Coach Dillon. He's also spending the time at home and studying and investing in this trade to make sure that he can help us to be the best team that we can possibly be.
We'll go last one, Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Eric, Merry Christmas to you. This will be a different cycle than in the past when it comes to coaching interviews. It appears the league is going to let some teams request interviews earlier than they would have in years past when it comes to obviously January. I just wonder how that might work for you in terms of if teams reach out for you even before the regular season ends, and how you may want to handle it if you guys do end up winning Sunday and obviously having time to prepare for the bye and obviously who you would see in the divisional round.
Well, Nate, I say this. First of all, that's a great question. Second of all, I'm going to tell you exactly how we're going to handle it. We're going to prepare for the Los Angeles Chargers. So I have a job. And so my job is to make sure that we complete the season the right way. And then when the time is right to conduct those interviews, we'll make sure that we have a conversation and take care of that, when that time is right. But right now, we're focused on the Atlanta Falcons. We got to make sure that we go take care of that business. And then after Sunday, we'll take care of Monday's business when that time is appropriate. But thank you for the question.
Coach EB, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Merry Christmas to you guys. Have a safe holiday. You guys take care.